From somebody looking at companies to invest in, what one or two ingredients do you think are most important in creating a successful corporate culture? As an outside shareholder, how might I be able to recognize those in businesses I'm studying for investment?
Well, there's some, right now we do have some organizations like 100 Best Companies to Work For. Great Places to Work Institute is one filter that sifts through companies that obviously have great cultures. And interestingly enough, they publish how their portfolio has done over the last 15 years since they started that list. It's handily outperformed the S&P 500. If you just bought the original list and held it for 15 years, you'd have doubled the performance of the S&P 500. But if every year you take off the ones that drop out and you add the new ones that have come on and you rebalance, so to speak, it's a significant outperformance. I don't have the figures right handy, but if you check it, I think it's more like 3 to 4 times the outperformance. So culture does matter, and the companies that have good cultures, that are great places to work, generally, not always, it's not a magical formula, but it's a good indicator that are well managed, and it does tend to lead to outperformance. It's a good way to select stocks, in my opinion.
I've said, I think if you followed just one metric, if you had to blind yourself to everything else at companies and you were only able to follow the turnover rate of employees relative to competition in their category, because it's not fair to compare a fast food restaurant to a software company, but within their category, whichever organization is maintaining a great workplace, a place that people don't want to leave. There's a fine book entitled The Loyalty Effect by Fred Reichheld, and he really pretty convincingly presents that. But it's not something that most investors, and certainly not what most brokers or folks on Wall Street are looking at when they're evaluating a business for investment.
Well, they're not oftentimes thinking long term when they're doing those evaluations either. Another good indicator is there's a list of ethical companies. And it turns out the companies that tend to be the most ethical and score well also outperform the indices as well. So that's another good indicator. Companies that really concentrate on making sure that they're ethical and create cultures that are also great places to work, and it kind of all links together. If you strive for excellence in the workplace, chances are good you're striving for excellence in other aspects of your business as well.